Man tried to escape from prison, but just as he was sawing through the ceiling, there is a new problem. In order to cover up the traces of the crime, after each shower, Jack would take the leftover soap back to his cell, and then, in the right mix, to make latex paint from toothpaste and soap. The broken ceiling was perfectly restored. By doing this, Jack, every day, he did the same thing. Finally, the ceiling was sawed through. If nothing else, an accident will happen soon. Suddenly, the alarms sounded with great urgency. The police began to check the room. They were about to arrive at the cell. Jack couldn't be bothered to restore the ceiling. He quickly went to the door and blocked the view with his body. Fortunately, the police carelessly did not go in to check. However, just before he left, Jack then pushed open the ceiling, a jump into the pipe. But the strange thing is, there was not a single light inside the pipe. Jack was so disappointed. He had to return first and then make plans.
I was pretty much heartbroken that there didn't seem a way out from the ceiling cavity.
After a short rest, Jack replanned. Back to the ventilation duct again. Continue to crawl forward. After checking the surrounding area, Jack realized that this is not the real roof, so he removes a piece of iron from the ventilation fan. Use it to dig a hole. After a loud bang, the insulation of the prison was dug open. Follow the hole and keep going. Finally reached the security window of the prison. Jack was ecstatic to see the sunlight.
All that stood between me and freedom was some metal I could cut through in a few seconds with my blade.
It was just as he had thought. Now all he had to do was saw through the window, and now he could escape from the cell perfectly. What he didn't expect was, the police suddenly called for him, but he didn't get a single response. He felt that something was wrong. He hurriedly got up and went to the cell. By this time, Jack, who was in the midst of joy, still did not hear this. When the police entered the second door, Jack, only to return to consciousness, rushed back. The police were about to arrive at the cell. Finally, at the last second, Jack reappeared in front of the door. With his life on the line, he realized that the escape could not be delayed any longer. He had to act quickly. Jack put all of his supplies on the bed. Obviously not enough, but just then, the police suddenly brought in the laundered prison clothes. But the strange thing was, there were a few extra pieces of clothing. Jack was instantly surprised. Now the problem can finally be solved.